everyone, welcome to Laveda TV. Today I'm really going to talk about a very important topic. There is someone who lays an issue to me, and I thought it is wise. He did ask me a question, so I thought it wise for me to come and talk about it. And the question was, why it is always that you always fight big cars and people having good life in leisure places and in clubs, and the alcoholic, and there are people who don't follow God ways. And my answer to that question was very simple. You'll find that in church places, church are always spiritual hospitals. And for it doesn't mean that because those people are in leisure places and maybe they are having a good life, it doesn't mean that that's what they have accounted for themselves. No, you'll find that walking with God is a very long process. It is a process, and it does not start from where you think you are. It is a process where you are going to go far away. Is a process whereby if you're not careful, and if you are that kind of a person who is losing hope, you'll find that you're losing you are losing it all. Because my answer to that question was, how much or how more do you know those people? Because most of the people who are living good life and they are enjoying life, it is because on the account of maybe their grandfathers or their fathers, or on the account of people who are before them. And that's the reason as to why you find those people are living a good life. And to the comfort of human beings, you find that every time a human being is comfortable, he forgets about God. And I know I am not saying that they have forgotten God as per se, but they are not as serious as per se with issues of religions and issues of spirituality. They are not as that deep. But you find that many people, the people that we see in church, most of them are faithful. And you've been living a faithful life, and you're asking yourself, why is not God blessing me? Why am I not getting my way out of the situations or the struggle that I'm going through? You're supposed to understand that you don't get into God's in meaning to spirituality, or you don't get deeper in spirituality and then things start to change right away. It is a process. You'll find that for the sons of Abraham, the sons of David, and so on and so forth, according to how we read in the Bible, they are eating on the accounts of their forefathers. They are eating on the accounts of their parents. Right now, if we have a family whereby those family are anointed to be kings, they are anointed to be priests, you'll find that along their generations, we'll always have priests, kings, presidents, or whoever without struggle. Those people will never struggle because that path was created long ago. They are not struggling to have that point. You're supposed to understand that whenever you are fighting something spiritually, it is a strong battle. You have to battle for it. And if you're there, maybe you've started a faithful journey, and you're asking yourself for the reasons as to why God is not taking you where you wish to be, or the reason as to why God is not giving you what you deserve, is because some things are worth, or they are worth certain battles. And until you go through those battles, you'll find that you're not going to have it all. You're not going to have it all that simple. And that's the reason as to why you find mostly those people who are in those places you are talking leisure. Sometimes I find people who are very who are very, I may call their esteem. I mean, they have lost hope about faithfulness. They have lost hope about the whole thing about following God. But you're supposed to fight to understand that for now, if you understand and you start taking a journey from where you are, if you're taking a decision of following God, if you're taking a decision of following the right way, you're supposed to understand it's a long way, but that way will fight for generations after generations. Maybe even the things, maybe someone there, that person, because they don't understand, they just found their families, they are well up, they have found that their fathers are well up, they have found that their grandfathers, their grandmothers are well up. They didn't understand the cost of that wealth. So, and every time that you don't understand the cost of something, you misuse it. You don't understand the cost of your well-being right now. If you're not ill, or if you're okay, you've never been to hospital, you never understand the importance of you being healthy. And that's the same case, the very case that happens here. These people, because I have been meeting so many people, or I have been coming across so many people who've been asking me these questions. So I tried, or I decided as well, come and tackle it online here, so that you can understand. If you're taking a spiritual journey, one thing you're supposed to understand, that church is a hospital. The things that were you are not able to nurse, or the things that your forefathers were not able to nurse, it is you who is supposed to take a spiritual journey and start nursing them. And it is not something simple. It is not something like you think you are going to you're going to solve within a single day. It is a process, it is a journey, especially for those one, maybe you encountered, or you found that maybe in your family there were altars that were raised, and those altars that you need to bring them down. Remember, from my previous video, I talked about these altars. So it is a spiritual journey that you're supposed to take. And if you don't encourage yourself and you take this spiritual journey, that means like 4 generations, or the generations after you, will have to struggle. They will really have hard times, or about the whole issues about life. Because for those who see, who are successful, it is because the people who are ahead of them, they are people who took bold step, and they decided to mold their lives, and the lives of their siblings after them. Therefore, stop really asking yourself, or stop having this confusion, whereby you find that I am really praying so hard, and doing all whatever it takes to be a faithful follower of Jesus, but my things are not getting to where I would wish it to be. You're supposed to understand this is a spiritual journey. And I told you that demons work with certain gates and unattended fences. Therefore, if there is someone, that is the reason as why you're supposed to understand the cost of you opening a certain demonic gate. Because if there is someone, a certain person in your life, or maybe it's your grandfather, grandmother, who did open a certain gate, or he left the fences unattended, you're supposed to understand they gave room for demons to come and torment you. Those demons that are tormenting you legally, because they were given permission. And the bad things about demons is, when they get in your life, you are not going to command them where they are going to lure. You're not going to command them how they are going to do about your life. So if they want to mess your issues, maybe financially, health wise, and so forth and so forth, you're not going to command them. You're not going to bow them until you stand up, and you stand and fight the whole mess. And you're supposed to understand that it's not that demons are the devil is powerful, or that you are weak. It is only that the devil is a schemer. He is an opportunist, and he is always scheme the right. He is an opportunist. He'll always make his schemes to the right position, so that when you fight, you'll always look for opportunity, or the point whereby you are weak, and he'll always time you. The point whereby you have left an open gate, that's where he's going to find his way. And you find that from that point, that's the reason as to why to fight. You are always told that you are supposed to be always take care that don't allow demons to get your way, because getting your way is so simple. You might not feel when the demons are getting in your way, but the time you are sending them out of your life, it will take you a lot of effort. It will take you a lot of battles. You really battle to take them out. So in those family whereby you find people are drunkard, people are taking all sort of leisure, people are taking all sort of life, and they even don't. Some of them even don't attend church. They even don't attend services. You're supposed to understand that that thing is for a moment of time, because they are eating what for a father their forefather have I mean cultivated for, and it is always for a period of time. Then from there you understand that if they take whatever was in account, because God, the blessing of God are irrevocable. You cannot revoke God's blessing. When He releases certain blessing, you will find that He will not come to take them away. God is so just and so faithful. He's not like demons. You see, when in the demons' world, if they will give you, if they give something, you have to pay for it. If you're not sacrificing for whatever they paid for or whatever they gave you, then at one point or the other, you're going to pay for the whole thing. That whatever costs they give or whatever they gave you, you are going to pay for it. Therefore, it's just a period of time for these people. And you're supposed to understand you're not supposed to be giving up each and every moment of time. You're supposed to steer on the lane. And most of the time that you find that when you are faithful, or when you make a decision of following Christ, you'll find that you'll really meet a lot of struggle along your way, along your life. But because this world, it is not a playground, especially for the faithful ones. It is not a playground, it is a battleground. Therefore, you have to battle, especially if you found mess in your life, in your family. And that is what I've been always teaching you about. If you find mess in your family, then you are so less fortunate, because removing or dealing away with those messes, it will really take equal steps, and it will really take equal battles and equal measures. You have to really struggle and fight for it. And you'll find that fighting demonic battles is not that easy. That's the reason as to why you find people are so frustrated in church. They have lived their life praying and things are not changing, without realizing that on their account you are preparing. When you are preparing, or when you are faithful, you have a faithful life. You're supposed to understand you are preparing your life, and also your siblings' life up to the fourth generations. If after you there are people who will adapt or will stand, and also try to lay a building on your foundation, you are supposed to understand that those buildings will be firm. They will not be destroyed. They will not be shaken like easily. Like the way now you are building are shaken, or your life is shaken. You'll find that if you had a mess in your life, or you had a mess in your family, making that one, building that things up, it will really, really take you long. It will really, really take you a lot of your effort. You really sweat for it. But the good thing is, I promise you, if you stick on the lane and you stick on fighting without losing, or without being discouraged, you find that at the end of it all, that you're going to fight all these battles. Don't look at, ask yourself, I passed along a certain pub, or a certain bar, or a certain leisure place, and I found big cars. And when I went to our church, I found that the people are struggling. You're trying even to purchase that one car is really, really becoming too hard for you. You're supposed to understand that the devil demons will always block that, because they want to really show you or discourage you that for that moment, or that situation, achieving certain things or having certain things, it becomes too tough for you. And the demons are trying to relocate you, or to direct your mind, so that you can focus, like, if I don't pray, then my life will be like those people who are having leisure, who are having their people. I find families whereby they have good leisure. They drink, They do everything they wish. They do awful things. Some of them, even their behaviors is a behavior you cannot recommend. But they are not struggling. They are not finding. They are not finding a hard time in their life. Another thing you're supposed to understand: every time you are doing wrong things, the demons will not battle you. As long as you've not taken a spiritual path, demons will not stress you up. There is no way demons will come to battle you, because they know every time they need you, or whenever they need to perform their issues, or whenever they need you to achieve whatever they will wish you to achieve, it will be very easy for them to attack you. And they always keep you in stock. They always keep you in banks, so that they can wait for their day. When their day comes, they are going to use you, they are going to torment you, and you're going to be left there. If their day comes whereby they are going to, they want you maybe to take account of, maybe let's calling them prostitutions or the like, they know that they are not struggling to get you. They will leave you to do whatever you would wish to do. And as long as you are messing your life, they are not opposing that, because they know whatever you are doing, you are taking their gospel in a direction they would like you to take. So never at any given time compare yourself with those people, because you don't know how much cost their father have really fought for. Another thing, there are people who have altars in their home areas. There are people who developed demonic altar long ago, and therefore you find that someone is purchasing car after car, and some others are purchasing even lads, big lads, but you don't know the source of these things. You really don't know. You really need to take a deep spiritual view. For those one who have a wide view, or have a wide eye spiritually, they can tell you, they know whatever I'm talking about. They know that the cost of your spirituality is very important. Therefore, if some people lays demonic altar in their place, and you find that now in those people, you find that yes, they are rich, but mostly health wise, people are really complaining in those families. Maybe they are rich, but every now and then, after a certain patanic time, or a certain time, you'll find that people are dying mysteriously. You cannot trace the cause of that death. You find, yes, they are they are healthy, but you cannot account for their kids. Those kids who are raised from these families, they have weird lives. They don't, some of them, they cannot start up, or they cannot raise a healthy family or a spiritual family. So you find those people are brooding ground for demons. These people will always struggle in one way or another, but there are others whereby you find that they are okay. Their grandfathers knew about God. You're supposed to understand that the sons of Abraham, the Isaac, Jacob, and the like, they were eating the blessings on the account of their forefathers. You said that someone like Jacob, the blessings and the wealth he had was on the account of Abraham. Therefore, every cost you are taking, for the prayers that you are making, maybe you've been going to keshas, you've been going to prayer grounds, you've been going to ministry, you've been doing God ministry, and you are not getting a payout for that. But you are supposed to remember, there will come a day that the God will eye on you. God will position his eye on you and your generation, and you will at that bit harvest. You have at that point have a bumper harvest. Your life you will be totally different. Therefore, don't be discouraged of the things you see. And if you're in church, you've been praying and you've been asking God about your ways or about your life, you're supposed to stick on those positions. Stick on those positions. Raise altars as how I've been teaching you. Pray much as you can, and also fast at one given time, because what demons really hate is persistence. If a demons find as a persistent person who is really praying so hard and also doing altars after altars, and he is really persistent about God, at one point you'll find that those demons will free from you. We've been given authority. According to Luke 10 verses 19, we've been given authority to just free demons out of our lives. But from freeing demons out of your life, it's one way to free demons out of your lives, and it's one way the reading to declare, and it's another way to do the operation. Every time that you have a calculation, maybe logarithm or name them, all those calculations, for you to get the right answer, there is a formula. You cannot get the right answer without using a right formula. If you use a long formula, you cannot get logarithmic answers without using mathematical tables or the calculators. You have to use logarithm for you to get to the real answer that is given to you. You have to calculate for it. Therefore, even you are there, you are spiritual, you've been fighting spiritually, there is always a formula to formulate or to come out of that situations that you've been stuck in. And if you don't use that formula, you find that you're going to take so long. Sometimes when you're given an exam, when I used to find that when I was in school, sometimes when we were given exams, you find some people are taking so long. And if, in fact, even they can go beyond the time that was set by the examiners, because they really used long routes. Some of them used they used formulae that were never meant to take them to the right answers. Therefore, it's the same thing in the spirituality. If you just use wrong formulae to get to the right answer, you'll find that you really take a lot of time. There are delays. You'll find that there is going to be a delay in you achieving whatever you love to achieve. But if you object, and if you stand and formulate the right way and the right channel of how to solve these things or how to get into the right direction, you get it. You find that it will be very simple for you. Life will be very simple for you and your siblings after you, up to the generations that they will realize they will keep, if they keep on affirming the foundation that you laid. You'll find that there are no given time that these people are going to struggle. In life, they will always achieve. But if you stick there, you are the kind of a person whereby then you always imagine, or you always think that God is not helping you. You 2 days you are in church, or one year you are in church, and another year you are out, because you find that after going to church and doing whatever God would wish you to do, you find that things are not changing, and then you are out of it. You're supposed to understand that you cannot achieve, or you cannot achieve right grades. Let me first of all, I'm finding it good for you to give an example with education. There is no way that you're going to achieve well, or you're not going to perfect in education, or you're going to have a good success if you not worked for it. If it will take you waking up very early, it will take you sleeping very late, it will take you digging deep into books for you to have a good grades or to achieve in it academically. The same way and the same on the same path, it will take you a lot of effort. You have to really fight and work hard, so that for you to achieve the right whatever you will need to achieve in life. It doesn't come like that. It is something that you have to work for. The same way, that's what's supposed to happen in the spiritual realm. You have to really dig deep. If you found certain altars that are narrowing you down, if you found certain altars or people declared things in your family, and you're finding it so hard for you to get out of those quagmires or those situations, then you have to really work hard more than the others. You're supposed to understand that you cannot compare yourself with the others who have their fathers or their grandfathers or whoever built the right foundations on them. If they did build the right foundation, so you find that their cause will only be laying stones or they laying floors after floors, and that's the reason as to why they were finding their story buildings are so high. You cannot reach to them. But if you, I promise you, if you stay focused and trusting, you keep trusting, trust in the spirituality in God, and know what you are doing in the terms of spiritual manner. Understand about, don't just go do things without having the foundation or the base of those things. Understand what you are doing in the base of ministerial wise or in the base of spirituality. Then from there, you find that when you solve one thing, you automatically solve it. You automatically solve it completely out of your life and out of your generation, and you find that your families after your families after your families will never struggle because you have laid the right base. You've laid your base. Another thing is, at any given time, you're not supposed to give up. At any given time, you're not supposed to lose your focus. Always be focused if you want to achieve spiritually. If you want to achieve in terms of spiritual matter, you have to refocus and you have to really stay focused. Not at any given time that when you are discouraged or when things get tough for you, and then you think now you get discouraged, then that means that you're going to lose it. And the point of you losing it is, it means that you have really lost it all. And the demons will keep on tormenting you. They will torment you, torment you, torment you together with your siblings and your generations until the end of the time. Until there will arise someone who will stand on his ground or her ground and decide enough is enough. If you don't stand and fight those things that are in your family, no one will. And you're supposed to understand that you live a victim of those things until the end of the world. So it is always very painful. If you find people who have developed, that is the reason as to why you're supposed to understand that since this point. That's the reason as to why I've been teaching you, so that you can understand and really take care of opening certain gates in your life. Because you not only open gates, you not only open gates for you, but you open gates for your generations and your sibling. Your kids will be suffering out of this, and they will be blaming you after you are long gone. They will be saying, were it not for our father or our forefathers, we could not have been achieving this, or we could not have been going through these struggles or these forces that we are going through. Therefore, it is wise. We need to stand on the ground. We need to stand on our ground. Stand up and tell yourself or encourage yourself that this is the right moment that I need to refocus about my life. It is the right moment that I need to reschedule and shape my life in the way that I would like in future for it to follow a certain pipe. I need to have my life in a way that maybe I'll have my children after me. I'll have my children who will live after me. At least I have a life whereby they will enjoy. But if you don't stand on their ground and maybe fight for that thing, you are losing it all. And you'll find that people will always be blaming you. It's always very wise. If our forefathers were wise and they made or they did whatever I'm saying today, you find that right now you could not be struggling. Like now, you could not be in those positions that you are in. Therefore, because they did not did they were not aware, and they did not rise to do whatever was meant to be done, then it is your time. It is your time, and you're supposed to understand this is the right important or the right moment. Don't you lose your minute. Start, do whatever it takes for you now, or for you to achieve spiritually. Get deeper. Investigate or investigate about those altars that are raised in your home area, because whatever you need to know is whatever is stressing you are all about altars. I told you things are controlled from altars, and they are in the spiritual realm, then they perfect here on the physical realm. Therefore, if you understand the base of the wrong altar that were raised in your life, you understand that you are going to win it all. Those cars and the like and the whatever will be easy for you to buy. But right now, if there is an altar speaking in your life, or that's something that is blocking you from achieving that, you always find it so tough for you to achieve whatever you love to achieve. Every time there will be a barrier blocking you from getting to that point that you like to get to. There will always be a barrier blocking you to get higher, more the higher than you would ever have imagined or you will ever wish to be. Therefore, rise. I thought it is very wise because I went to preach somewhere, and then people were asking me about this, and I found it wise for me to educate them about this. Stop being discouraged. You're supposed to understand that church is a hospital, and if you take things, it is a spiritual hospital. If you take things seriously, after by the time you are out of those, by the time you are out of that hospital, you'll be well. Everything about you, you'll have taken the right medication. In church, you find that they are so fond of even the operation. You find that you'll be operated, you'll be given injections, you'll be given all sort of medics in the same church. Through worship, through prayers. Those are the some of the section, or the some of the things that are supposed to make your life up. They are sending demons out of your life, and you're supposed to understand at one given point that your life is upright, and you really enjoy. It will be very easy for you. You will have made a highway over your life, and you'll find that moving, or with you moving, it will be easy. When you make a highway, it becomes easy for you to move in life. Therefore, if you're new here, consider subscribing our new video. Don't leave when you have not subscribed. Remember, the way you are supposed to supporting this Raveda fraternity is through you subscribing. When you subscribe, you support Raveda fraternity, and you help us to even do more important topics in life, and will help us even reach to as many people as possible. Therefore, like, share our video, share as much as you can. Share so that there is someone somewhere who is waiting for this information for him to change his life, or him or her to change his life. Therefore, share our videos as much as you can. And therefore, and then from that point, even as as a friend of Laveda fraternity, we'll have the courage to make as many video and releasing as many information as we can. Remember, this information is power. After so many years, someone will just come here in YouTube, and he will be energized out of the topics or the things we are giving, and he will be educated, and he'll have to restructure their way. Therefore, share, like our video, subscribe, and also if you have something or something that maybe you've not understood, just leave a comment down here, and I will have I will make sure that I tackle next time. I will tackle it next time when I am on. Therefore, keep on following us, and God bless you. God bless you.